Now then, doesn't she look better with a set of boots on her? Got the brake pedals off and took the cross shaft out because the pedals are all loose and worn. I'm going to replace the oil seals here. Found the oil seal part numbers thanks to Squatch over on Squatch 253 channel. I'm just going to whiz these covers off because I'm ringing up John at International Parts tomorrow. I'm just going to check that, see if we need any brake discs. There's 2 discs in each hub, so that's 4 discs if we need them. I'm just going to whiz them apart and check the condition. I've got a new badge for that. Luckily I didn't put this wheel on just yet because the shaft, we had to slacken the wheel off and move it right the way out to get the shaft out. Because the clutch pedal was leaning badly, it needs rebushing, and the shaft needs building up with weld and turning back to 1 1/8 inches. So now's the time to check. Well, it's 5 minutes later and I've just got the hub off. This is the inner disc. Loads left in that yet. Just a little bit of grease seeping through there. Trying to do this one-handed. That's it. And something's been making a nest in the brake drum. All bits of cut, mind you, it might just be rubbish that's going in through the hole here. All seized up there. Plenty of meat left on that one, good enough to go again. Just wants to go clean. These work on balls. As you pull on this, it's seized up a minute. As you pull on this, it like ramps up on the balls and expands to squash the brake disc between each other and the casings. Anyway, that's another job for tomorrow night. Well, this is the reason the clutch pedal had so much flop in it. The bush, originally this would have been a cast pedal to a steel shaft, but someone's already been in here before and bushed it. You can see it's been welded up previously, someone's handiwork there. You can see the ridge in the shaft. That's, you know, to wear it out once is an achievement in itself, but to wear it out twice, like, you know. So what I'm going to do to save cutting more keyways, I'm just going to weld it up again and then remachine it to 1 1/8 inches if it's standard size. And then if we look at this end, you've got your 2 independent steering brakes. Now this one is keyed, so that's good. That just grips to the shaft and stays. This one floats on the shaft, and you can see, look, there's the step here. That was actually seized solid, so when you press the left brake, the 2 of them just went together all the time because it was just seized up. I had to get it, warm it up with the cutting torch and gently riddle it free, like, and all the dry rust and that come out like powder. So we'll have to just give that a clean up and see how that is as well. But we'll have to weld this up as well, and and then turn it back to the 1/8" diameter. I've welded the shaft up. You think you've got it all, but there's always a little bit. Anyway, it just acts as an extra grease groove. That pedal will sit a lot straighter on that. You know, you can done the other end as well. There's a little bit of undercut there, but it'll be a lot better than what it was. Judging from the state of that one, that brake's not worked for a long time. They wouldn't even come off the shaft. I had to riddle it over the fork connector here. But this is a pedal that was seized on the shaft, so it's obviously not worked for a very long time. Just showing how tight the heater plugs are to the injectors. We've managed to get 3 out. We're just stuck on number 1. We've had to butcher 2 sockets in the process. Cut a flat out and then cut between the flats to get at them. These are some mud guards I've picked up. They're not the best, they're quite heavily pitted, so I've had to give them a good all over go of filler. You can see on the other side, I'm going to do this with that Raptor. You can see how pitted they are. So I've just dressed everywhere up as best I can. We've just got a little crack here to weld up in the mounting foot, so we'll do that now. And then give them a good few coats of paint just to fill up all that pitting, and hopefully they'll look something like. Well, we've had a delivery. I got all my parcels delivered to work, so I'm always available to take delivery of them. Anyway, first off, we've got a tin of Gliptol to cheer everything inside up, so in the future everyone will know where I've been. God, it's expensive, that stuff. Anyway, we've got that, and then this. Now this is a special pulley. It's like the mega pulley that International used on the tractors. Most of the standard pulleys were 9 3/4 or 11-inch. This is a big one. It's quite rare. I've only seen a couple of them. It's 13-inch by 8.5 face. Now, Squatch over in the States on his Squatch 253 channel, he's recently just got one and nicknamed it the Zeus pulley. And when I found this, I thought, well, we've got to have one of these. So anyway, here goes. Trying to do it one-handed. Like Christmas. I'll tell you what, I'll bring you back in a minute when I've got this open, so I need 2 hands. Okay, we're back in the room. That is a piece of rocking horse poo. Just to confirm it, 13-inch. Eight and a half face, and it should have a casting code on the back, if we can see for all the gunge. Yeah, we'll try again another day for that. The tractor that's come off's had a bad leak. Anyway, there's a Zeus pulley.
A few moments later.
Well, it's a few minutes later. I just couldn't leave it alone. I just had to have a look over on Squatch's video and confirm some numbers, so I just chalked them on the door here. The code 356943R1. And I managed to 356943R1. Correct. Lovely jubbly.